Yo, what is up, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about the 3 common mistakes that almost everyone makes when they first start learning how to lockpick. Now, the first mistake that I see almost every single new player do is when they scan for the sweet spot, they scan too wide. Let me show you what I mean by that. I see a lot of mainly new players scan like this, like that. And the reason why this is bad is because when you do get a sweet spot, you won't be able to tell or guess, is what I mean, which direction to feather in. It's a lot better if you try scanning just half of it rather than just the whole thing. Because when you do scan half, when you do get a sweet spot, you can go slow, and it'll be easier. It'll be easier for you to guess in which direction to start feathering in. Also, please try to not get used to only scanning one side of the sweet spot, like the right or the left. Please try and get used to both sides, because if you just scan one side, you're limiting the amount of sweet spot you're going to be able to get. Just and that leads to just using more tries. Now, the second mistake that new players make whenever they start lockpicking, is that when they get a sweet spot, they feather too slow, like this. Let me give an example. They get a sweet spot, like that. They feather really slow. I know I got the lock open right there, but the reason why I say this is bad is because you're more likely to pass the sweet spot. Like right there, I just passed it because you're making very large movements, rather than if you were to feather really fast. It gives you a better idea of how close you're getting to the sweet spot. Now, one thing that you as a new player need to keep in mind is that you cannot just spam F once you do get a sweet spot, because the game will not register that click. This is put in place so that users cannot just use macros to open locks very quickly. The reason why this is bad is because you can almost have a lock off, but it can reset. The lock will just reset and go back up, causing you to fail. Let me give you an example. Now, as you can see, I almost had it down, but I tapped F too quickly, and the game does not register my click, so the lock just resets. It goes back to how it was. Now, the third common mistake that new players make when they're getting into lockpicking is that they think that it's all luck based, and they just give up. And while that is true, it is still important to realize how skill based it is. While you might not always get sweet spots all the time, it's still basically up to you if you're able to feather well enough to get the lock open. What you guys also need to understand is that you will only get better if you want to. That means practicing every day in single player, on a practice server, and even in public servers. Alright, now I'm just gonna give an example of how I lockpick. I'm gonna lockpick a couple locks. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. That's the end of this video. I hope this helped you in any way. Please give me any feedback in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.